The contemporary world presents a unique paradox. Individuals are more interconnected than ever before, yet feelings of isolation, anxiety, and dissatisfaction persist. In a hyper-connected, fast-paced environment that often prioritizes fleeting trends and instant gratification, the pursuit of lasting fulfillment can feel like a labyrinth. The relentless flow of information, from the latest news cycle to the curated highlights of social media, can create a sense of urgency and inadequacy that diverts attention from the fundamental principles of a well-lived life. This report is a guide designed to navigate this complex landscape with purpose and intention. It moves beyond superficial advice to provide a robust synthesis of wisdom spanning ancient philosophies, modern psychology, and the lived experiences of successful individuals. The objective is not to offer a quick fix, but to present a foundational framework for personal development that is both authoritative and actionable. By examining core truths that have stood the test of time, this analysis aims to provide a deep, actionable blueprint for human flourishing. The 7 pillars of a purposeful life explored herein are not a collection of independent principles, but an interconnected system. They work in synergy, with each lesson reinforcing the others to form a holistic model for personal growth. From redefining setbacks as stepping stones to cultivating a profound awareness of the present moment, these lessons offer a pathway to build a resilient, meaningful, and genuinely happy life. Lesson 1. The transformative power of embracing failure, redefining failure, from defeat to data. The conventional view of failure as an endpoint or a personal defeat is a significant impediment to progress. The analysis of human achievement suggests that this perspective is not only inaccurate, but also actively destructive. Instead of being the opposite of success, failure is an integral component of its process. It is not a dead-end street, but rather a detour that provides an opportunity to begin again, this time with greater intelligence and insight. This reframing of failure transforms it from a source of shame into a valuable source of data. The key to navigating setbacks lies not in their avoidance, but in the way one responds to them. A person with a fixed mindset may see a failed endeavor as a reflection of their own shortcomings, leading to inaction and regret. By contrast, a growth-oriented mindset views failure as valuable information for improvement. This critical distinction creates a feedback loop. Setbacks are analyzed for what they can teach, and the lessons learned are then applied to the next attempt, leading to a higher probability of success. The mere occurrence of failure is not enough. The intentional, conscious act of analysis and adaptation is the true driver of long-term success. The anatomy of resilience. Cultivating a growth mindset. Cultivating the ability to bounce back from adversity is a process rooted in mindset. The evidence points to a clear framework for building resilience. One of the most powerful initial steps is to reframe one's thinking, actively seeking to understand what can be learned from the experience. This involves being open and honest about what went wrong, rather than attempting to hide mistakes or pretend they never occurred. Resilience is also built through the practice of self-compassion. The guidance suggests that in the face of setbacks, it is essential to be kind to oneself, recognizing that failure is a normal part of the learning and development process that everyone experiences at some point. The path forward is fueled by determination, a relentless will to get back up after a fall. The ability to focus on the progress made, no matter how small, rather than obsessing over the failure itself, helps maintain perspective and ensures that the setback is viewed as a temporary event, not a permanent state of being. Case studies in grit. Lessons from innovators and artists. The history of innovation is replete with examples of individuals who built greatness upon a foundation of repeated failure. J.K. Rowling's story is a compelling case study, as she spoke of her post-college years as a time when she had failed on an epic scale and was, by every conventional measure, the biggest failure she knew. Her determination, born out of this adversity, was the key to her subsequent success. Similarly, Steve Jobs was famously fired from the company he co-founded, an event he later called the best thing that could have ever happened to him, as it allowed him to rediscover his passion and eventually return to lead Apple to unprecedented heights. The lessons from these figures are not just anecdotal, they illustrate a profound principle. Thomas Edison's path to the light bulb involved 10,000 ways that won't work before he found one that did. Henry Ford believed that failure was simply the opportunity to begin again, this time more intelligently. Michael Jordan, one of the greatest athletes of all time, attributed his success to the thousands of shots he missed and hundreds of games he lost, stating, "I've failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed." The analysis demonstrates that the defining characteristic of these individuals was not the absence of failure, but their profound capacity to learn from it, get back up, and persevere. Table 1. The Failure to Success Analysis Framework.